Gangstabet is Icon's next generation NFT collectibles of 5,555 gangsters and detectives, with changeable names and stats. Holders of Gangstabet NFTs receive daily distributions of GBet tokens. GBet can be used to upgrade their NFT skills and stats. The supply of GBet will decrease over time and will stop after 9 years. Holding Gangstabet NFTs will have opportunities for future airdrops and will give you access to Gangstabet's highly anticipated metaverse. Learn more at gangstabet.io. Eye on Icon is proudly supported by Icon Nation and the Icon community. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Eye on Icon, the episode where we go around the ecosystem and bring you all the latest news. And with me today, Digital Dave joins me. How are you, man?
I'm good. Thanks for the call up, and welcome to your own show today.
Yes. Look, it's hilarious. You wake up to me going, "What did I send today? I sent you. Iron Icon summons you." It's a good message.
Yeah, it adds flavor to the day.
Yeah. Cool. Look. Let's dive into the news. I think I was meant to load the markets up. Yep, we got the markets up. So let's touch on what's going on. I actually haven't looked at the charts at all. I didn't even have it open till before we hit record. So let's take a look at what ICX is doing. Whew. Oh, you love charts, don't you, David?
I do.
That's how you gauge what's going on, right?
I get a feel for the community sentiment on Twitter, and there hasn't been a lot of price talk, so I was assuming not a lot of price action.
Yep, that checks out. The price action happened a few days ago, a week ago. So now nothing's been happening. It's just been floating. Just like our guild, the Iron Icon Guild for Project Nebula, where we just float. The price has been floating. Well,
feels great.
Feels good. Yes, agree. Cool. So with the markets, that's what is happening. Let's just take a look at the big ones. BTC, we did see a bit of a pickup, and then it's dropped back down from the high 42s down to 40,000.
Yeah, it made a big move yesterday. I saw people commenting on that. Someone saying, hey, Twitter's awfully quiet for that move. So I went to have a look, and I did see a big green candle, and I was feeling good about that. Woke up this morning, double checked, and it had all, shot back down to where it was prior. So on the short term, not much has changed. I don't know if you want to draw a line into that graph that's going to go up. That would make us all feel better.
Yeah, moon. Look, I was following a bit of on-chainers. They were starting to get bullish, but in the last day I've seen a bit of bearishness in the commentary where they're just not sure. But yeah, I'm starting to think no one knows. Well, I've always known this, but yeah, it's pretty clear no one knows what's going on. Eventually, though, as we keep getting adopted, things will start moving up again. But I just, while we focus on markets, I think it's very important to note, very different from 2017, 2018. We actually, bar Bitcoin, everything else, all the other altcoins usually have products, users, many of them, not all of them, many of them actually do have. You're listening to this podcast right now, and majority of you who are listening are actually using products on Icon via Balanced, Ohm, Craft, etc. So use cases. So we're in a different time, and things will start to go our way. Shall we jump into the news, David?
Yeah, let's do it. Do we have a lot of news?
We don't actually. I think it's surprising. We didn't do the news last week, and I thought there would be a lot of news, but there is some big milestones. This is a good one. So we've seen the foundation put out this tweet, and we've known it's on the roadmap. So this is around one of the last updates for the score to get voted through. This was a big one because, as I keep calling out, and CPS and things like that, the particular inflation has not been going to CPS, which is the foundation has been throwing their rewards, even after the rewards have dropped since IISS 3.1. So this is finally it. It is gone live, and now inflation is actually the percentage, the 10% that is meant to go to CPS is actually going to CPS. So, hooray! Oh,
Hooray.
we need those bells and
Yes,
celebration
and
emojis.
I guess the news here is that the automation has been finalized. So we see charts with allocated inflations and arrows going to certain places. Well, now we all know that in the decentralized blockchain, it's been entrenched. So
Yeah,
there's no humans coming in here moving funds around
yeah.
to make it all happen.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a pretty big update. It's been a long time coming. I know it was meant to be done, but I believe as they kept updating the packages through the test nets, they kept encountering issues, and it became a bit more challenging. But obviously, they got over it. And one last thing to remember: this is some of the final pieces that fall in the Icon 2.0 migration, the changeover. So now that this is done and dusted, whoever has been working through this will also move across to BTP and the next versions, the not the infrastructure component where they're iterating and building new components to BTP. So all around, this is great news for funding, for growth of our flagship product, and Icon 2.0, that migration, closing that final chapter to it.
You need an air horn. You need an air horn edit button.
For celebrations.
Yes, after each news item when
Yeah.
you're happy about it. Ba, 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 and on to the next.
Yes, agree. Okay, this is a good one. So, and David, I think you can shine a bit of light. So, we keep seeing updates, and it's great if more of the DID technology is adopted. It's great for our technical partner, Icon Loop. In this particular case, this is to do with the shipping, isn't it?
Um, I'm not sure. I thought it had more to do with
The other
the
the
My ID alliance, where corporations or enterprises are actually using blockchain technology,
mm,
which is loosely based on Icon. For their own use cases, and Icon Loop kind of helps them achieve that.
mhm,
And depending on the use case, it touches off of the Icon public blockchain or it doesn't. So that differs per use case. I don't believe this one touches off of the Icon public blockchain, but every blockchain enterprise adoption is a good one nonetheless,
mm,
because it just shows the further integration of the technology, in this case South Korea, and it's all under this Icon Loop umbrella. And Icon Loop has a massive stake, of course, in the Icon public blockchain. So it is it's not directly noticeable for us on the public blockchain in terms of transactions, but that doesn't mean that this news isn't good.
yeah,
They keep pushing, and they've been pushing for the past like 2 or 3 years. If you go into this Min Circle account and you start scrolling down, the amount of consortiums and partnerships and working together with enterprise entities that Icon Loop does, it's astonishing. So there's a lot happening there, and a lot probably to lean on
mm,
moving forward as well. And it just gets more exciting when Icon gets BTP out there, because it's that interoperability that all these particular use cases would probably like to venture into in the future at some point. So I don't see this as a bad thing just because it doesn't touches off of the public blockchain.
yeah,
But yeah, it's news. They're celebrating. They congratulate us with this.
yes. Blow the horn. Okay, so um, so we have another listing. This came out of the blue, but another exchange, another listing. So I thought we'll call this out.
Okay, coin.
Okay, hey, they sound okay to me. So um,
Yeah,
I like it. No, and it's good.
they. Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna talk about the name a little bit. I wonder how that came to be. Were they looking for something to be outstanding, or how do we stick into people's minds? Sometimes you just want to blend in, and I think that's what OKCoin marketing has gone with.
Yeah.
I checked out, like, where are they from? went to the website. They call themselves a global entity. They have offices in 6 places all over the world, over 300 employees working to bring crypto payments to the people. So there's a lot of these, of course. We know a lot of exchanges, but now OKCoin seems to be like a big and growing one. And yeah, listing ICX, which shows that they believe in the project. I think that's what you take from these. They've also listed the Ethereum name service right there,
Yeah, I was gonna
which
say
is,
big names.
yeah, exactly. So that's just encouraging. It's okay to see.
Yes. It's a good point you make. Yeah, they're all sitting in a board meeting. So what should we name? Not brilliant coin. No, no. Okay, coin. Yes, let's do it. Yeah, no, great. Another listing. Let's move on now. Oh, so Balance just put out a tweet and they're giving a bit of an update. Before the end of the month, they're already giving an update as to what's happening. And it seems like the contracts have been pushed to mainnet since the roadmap update. So the rebalancing, router, DAO fund, worker token, progress.
This can mean two things and two things only. Either they are bringing the news now because they're gonna. So initially, the April roadmap update said, hey, we need to migrate to Java. This is what we've been working on since forever. And we are looking at finalizing this shortly. Just hold tight in April. So that's what we're doing. We're waiting for a lot of new features to come in, and it's going to be great. And if you want more on that, just listen to the last couple of episodes. It gets covered, or visit the Balanced website. Now, it's not the end of April. There's about 8 days left. And they've put out the tweet saying, hey, we've gotten all these 4 contracts done. Now, that can mean two things. Either they're going to tell us at the end of April, look, we need 1 more week. We need 2 more weeks for the last 2-3 contracts. Or they are just on the ball with this, and they're going to come out and tell us, it's done. We're going to get bonded, be bound. We're going to get continuous rewards, the whole shebang. And in the meanwhile, they're translating the platform into all these different languages as well, which is
awesome.
It's a different type of update or upgrade, but I think it's super valuable. Imagine being a new person visiting this financial hub of Icon. This is you're venturing into Icon. You've just got your HANA wallet sorted. You open up the app, and you can actually just switch it like that into your own language. Brilliant. That's professional. So I like to see that.
Yeah, agree. And you know what? Look, Java, just so faithful. God, we are lucky to have him in the community. He is every day trying to find ways to put out content, encouraging some facts, and not just to the moon. It's he'll literally. I think I told you, David. I feel sometimes he's waking up and rereads all the articles published to find particular points he wants to call out, and he'll do a tweet a day or more. Respect. Yes.
Tweet account of the week.
That's right. If you aren't following him, go follow him. Okay, so April, look, yep, exciting stuff with Balance. Now, next up, we had the team. Now, this was good because there was a bit of initially a team wanted to kind of build on top of Balanced and where should they get funding, and people and then they went through to Balance because they are DAO. It has money there, and the DAO, we voted, we approved, and they got funding, and they built this awesome tracker.
A tracker and a predictor.
That's right. Oh, have you been playing with the?
Absolutely.
Of course you have. Awesome work. Now, if you didn't know, you know what? I've been forgetting to vote on Balance. My God, confession time. Don't throw spears at me, everyone. But I have kept up with it. I know they've gone in for extra funding, so they've delivered this app. They wanted enhance it with more features. I mean, they're asking for chump change here. We're talking $5,000. I mean,
indeed. And if you look at what they've delivered with their initial grant, the app, the functionalities, it is a minimum viable product, maybe. So it is a version 1 that it does what they said it would do. Looks great. But in the meanwhile, people are, of course, questioning, hey, can you do this as well? Could you maybe
Mm.
do this? Could you maybe make a button that does all my taxes for me at the end of the year? And the
Ah,
guys are like, yes, we can. We are the best people in the business to do this right now, seeing as we've just built version 1. But we do need additional funding for that. And they have turned to the DAO. And if you hold balance token, you stake it, you get to vote. That's what governance is, and it's happening right now. I voted. I voted yes. I
yes.
think they should continue working on this. And if I could vote for the version 3 already, I would also vote yes.
Ah, look at that version 3 approval. There you go. The team. We should get them on the show. I need to talk to them. This anyway. On top of it, so scrolling through, you can see the website. Ah, brilliant. And you can track impermanent loss and do all this kinds of things. I've actually loaded the app up. Now this is I didn't realize. This is just a old spare wallet, and I thought so. I don't have much going on, but I thought I love this.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So you can actually kind of. So everyone gets very scared. I know, David, you in permanent loss, and we had this conversation, and we sit on very different ends. And that reminds me, we've had a. I remember seeing a comment saying both of y'all were wrong. On Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. Um, I'm quite happy to be wrong, and probably am wrong. But on that note, it would be great to actually, if you're a subject matter expert on impermanent loss, DM me and let's get you on a show and let's just have a feature show where we talk about impermanent loss and fix our understanding of what we've gotten so wrong. And yeah, it will enlighten everyone. So it's a funny topic IL. So, but on that, liquidity pool planner. So you can actually test SI. That's a terrible one to pick. Let's do yeah. So I like to personally. I like to pair my not just on Icon and other chains. I like to pair my into liquidity pools on two tokens that I'm gonna hold for a long time. I have no interest in selling, and then I just bank the yield every day. So here's a great one where you can actually kind of play with that and adjust prices. So everyone listening on the podcast, I'm actually showing you the. It's how's it said, David? What's the app called?
It's foligator.io.
Okay, great.
Folly being portfolio,
Yep.
gator being alligator. I haven't seen alligators in or around the design, although it is
Green.
greenish. And this is the yield planner tool. So, like you're saying and showing right now, you put in the amount of liquidity that you're willing to provide. It'll tell you how much you can be earning, but it will also tell you what if certain prices go up or down. You've got some sliders, you move them around, and it kind of gives you these worst case scenarios if you want to go and explore that. And it'll help you make, informed decisions about where to put your money in the balanced platform.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And this is what's cool about it. So if you weren't sure, and look, I'm not a yeah, so I like this because I can go, okay, yep, this is what we're putting in $1,000 at the moment. What if ICX price is 79 cents and balance price is 59 cents? So we know basically it will split it right off the bat as soon as you go in. But then you've got these bars where you can go, okay, ICX has mooned to $7 and balanced has kind of gone to $4. So what does that mean? What does your portfolio look like? So what has it got?
It's brilliant. It shows you the amount. So you've just put through two price changes,
Yep.
two price increases, and it shows you the amount of US dollars that you would have had if you would have just held these tokens. And it's showing you what you have after you've put them in the liquidity pool, and values have kind of shifted up and down as it happens. And then at the end, you get a percentage impermanent loss. So it might tell you, hey, look, you've lost 0.43% by engaging with this liquidity pool as opposed to just holding it in your wallet. I don't think, however, it is showing us um, incentivizations.
No, and
So
that's right. So, and just for everyone who isn't watching on the screen, so I moved the ICX price, and I know you're gonna love this. $7.12. We've gone from 79 cents to $7.12. Boom. And of course, like it's only natural to assume if you've it's not, and this is where I want to be very clear. It's very different when you pair it with a stable coin. Uh, However, pairing it with another volatile asset, so in this case, a balance token, if ICX is mooning, it's highly likely balance will move as well, which is what happens with all the ecosystem tokens. They all of a sudden become more valuable paired against ICX. So I've moved balance token to $4 in this case, $4.84. So even with that change, yeah, the impermanent loss is not even 0.11%, but then you have to look at it as David was calling out. That is not taking into the, I mean, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be going into a between you and me for 20% APY. I ain't taking the trouble to go into a liquidity pool, but for 100% APR, I am taking the time to go into a liquidity pool because if I end up with an IL loss like this, I have taken home so much money for the period of time I've been in that pool.
from rewards that you would be getting from the
Exactly.
platform. Yeah, so
Exactly.
that's what you'd be looking for because you're one of those DeFi hunter snipers who goes for the highest yield and pieces it all together in and out. Am I right?
Bingo.
Right. Okay. Next.
Yeah, but look, the app is amazing. Kudos to the guys, the devs who built it. Really, honestly, this yield planner, I've I've actually sent you a version. Remember, David, after our chat, I sent you that was probably fairly decent compared to what I've seen. How you compare, how you can get impermanent loss results. All the other ones I used, I thought were just terrible. I wasn't getting what I wanted from it, and still left a lot of calculating up to me. I found this other protocol. It was all Ethereum based, but that at least it gave David an opportunity to test his theory, I believe. So you went nuts with it. But this is one for us on Icon where we can literally check our pairs. So if you don't know and you haven't been able to understand impermanent loss, there's nothing better than coming and trying this tool and just fidgeting with all the dials, and then you'll start to see. So I've painted a perfect picture, but in David's biggest fear is this: one asset moons, the other asset doesn't do anything. What does it mean? And you can see over here that the hold value, if he was just holding the assets out of the pool, in this case would be $5,000 versus after the changes it's dropped to $3,000. So yeah, it's great. It may, if you're not watching, it doesn't help, but definitely go try the tool. I will try to remember to put the tool in the show notes as well. Yeah. Any other words of wisdom, David?
Not on this. No, we are on track for the fastest Eye on Icon episode ever. So I think the word of wisdom is next.
Yes. Okay. Great. Oh, now I'm captivated. I haven't. I actually when the tweet came out, Scott put out the second tweet. I copied it and put it in a Telegram group to remind myself to come and check out the app because I haven't found time to do it and I didn't want to forget. And this is me actually first time playing with it, so that's why I'm talking about it so much. I really like it. They've done a fantastic job, and the
It's
insights.
true.
Yeah, it's great. It's exactly what we needed, and hopefully, they start. It's very much balance centric, but we start to see other protocols. Like I haven't even explored this. I think this is my wallet. How many balance rewards it's earned, and
And it
stuff like that.
actually goes back in time, so it tells you
Yeah.
what you've been doing all this time and where did your accumulated wealth come from in this wallet. It's I had some insights in this particular tab that were very interesting, and I thought like, oh, I can actually remember that couple of months they were good, and
Mm,
then when growth stagnates, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that too. That was not so much fun.
yeah.
um Very good. The reason it's balanced oriented is because it's funded by the Balanced DAO. It's built off of
Mm,
their
mm.
fundaments, and it calls itself the DeFi planner for. It does call itself the DeFi planner for Icon, so that does hint at expansion plans.
Yeah.
So they should or could be in all sorts of DAO funds knocking on doors saying, "Hey, we'd like some funding from Ohm,
Yep.
we'd like some funding from Optimus."
No, it's exactly where my brain went. Well, when they're done with balance, it's not just it's integrated. They have to spend time integrating, and they can go to the respective DAOs and get funding. But yeah, they're in a prime position to get set up well. And yeah, this how much was this, David? This was $6,000 or $4,000. Like,
I believe so.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for that amount. What they've put out, brilliant. Like, yeah, hands down. I want them on the show. I'm just too excited about this. Oh, okay. Calm me down, David. We're okay. Let's jump. Craft. Okay, so now this is interesting, David. I don't know if you know, and I want to get someone from Craft on the show. So we've seen Craft come out and say this Craft DAO pre-sale partnership. So I've seen Rage Pups, Framed, and I'm sure there'll be others. And particular call out is, what does it mean? 2.5% of the pre-sale will be distributed to Craft stakers and the DAO. Now, isn't that what just happens anyway? Like, have I lost something?
I think the takeaway here is that Craft, in essence, is a marketplace to trade.
Yeah.
But you can only trade NFTs if they're there. They have to come from somewhere, right?
Mm.
And when we go and we mint new NFTs, for example, the Gangstabet minting, that didn't happen on Craft. That happened on the Gangstabet website. If you want to mint Rage Pups, that happens on the Rage Pup website, and only after an entire collection has been minted, then it makes its way to Craft and it gets traded. And I think what this is saying is, hey, Craft is getting involved with that minting process. We're already there. We're taking a part of the initial mint where that wasn't happening before, because Gangstabet minted 5,555 Gangstabets, but I don't think 2.5% of that went to Craft.
So like Project Nebula and Gangstabet, you're right, but I think they built a website, but all the minting and everything's just happening by default on Craft in this case. So even Yeti, for example, I believe that would have been the case. So I'm not sure if that is correct, but I get what. Yeah, it's definitely what you said is right. Like Gangstabet and like Project Nebula, yep, they had their own, and then they integrated into Craft, so then it can be traded on Craft. Because believe it or not, I actually meant to start the episode off, and David, you would have seen it. Like the Rage Pups, like I know there's been a couple of hiccups, and full kudos to the guys behind Rage Pups. I know they put a lot of time. They've revamped. They've hired devs. They've been doing a ton of stuff. They wanted to do this. What they're doing at the moment. And I know the first one there was a bit of a hiccup, but he replanned, and the pre-sale's live while we're recording. If you didn't know, through a set of 3,000, and I went and bought one just before the show, although it hasn't showed up somewhere, and I don't know what the deal is there. But this is me just kind of. I haven't done much research. It's just for the fun I've gotten involved. I like to support when teams are doing different things, and I felt Rage Pups kind of instead of just throwing it at Craft, kind of designed their site, tried to do stuff that's happening across other ecosystems. So for 64 ICX, I'll hold a Rage Pup. Hopefully, I get a super rare one, or yeah, hopefully. But the Rage Pup sales is going on. If you haven't, not financial advice. NFTs aren't something I'm an expert at, but definitely if you were looking at picking up NFTs, go check it out and see if you want to hold us. David, have you done
Yeah, well, no, I haven't done this. I should, but I think I need to sell my precious Gangsta. In order to.
Whoa. Okay, let's not go doing crazy things, okay? Yeah.
Okay, let me put it differently. I need to wait a couple of weeks to accumulate enough GBet from my Gangsta,
Yield,
and then and that could afford me one of these pups. I think just to bring it back to the what is the Craft DAO
Mm,
pre-sale partnership,
mm.
2.5% of the pre-sale will be distributed to craft stakers and the DAO. I think that would be an additional layer of benefits for craft stakers on top of the already trading volume that goes
Okay.
towards them. So that could be what that is. So it's just like an additional handshake between the craft stakers, the DAO, the people that support it, and the new projects coming on board.
Yeah. Because that is, yeah. And I think why I'm getting thrown off is craft, if you do by default, 2.5% goes to the DAO, I believe. It's a standard fee on the protocol. But look, and this is where probably should do more prep. But you know what, everyone, it's hard to be across everything. So sometimes we're going to have discussions like this, and if sometimes I see also like this happened with the. Clause, obviously, David, you had some views around it and you expressed them, and there were a couple of comments, oh, maybe you should have the project to come on, etc. All for it. I completely encourage projects and teams to reach out if they to come on the show. Like, as much as I reach out and try to plan and do it, they can also reach out. It's I want to have
Yeah,
everyone and anyone on the show. So
yeah, and just to elaborate on the Claws NFT project, I said, "Hey, I don't understand why this is happening and why that is happening, and who are these people?" Those were just honest questions, and I must add right now that all those questions have kind of been answered,
Hmm.
and I think they're doing a great job in instilling like trust into this project and showing that they're for real and that they're here to stay. um, they've basically continued doing that ever since questions were asked. I feel a bit stupid for asking one of my questions, which was, "Hey, why am I getting likes and comments from accounts that have like hundreds of thousands of followers whenever I engage with this project?" But the simple reason is these are hacked accounts run by bots that will just target any hashtag NFT and just spray
Yeah.
likes, and that's how they actually keep growing. And they've got the verified, like the blue V. These are stolen, hacked accounts that have been repurposed for scamming, and that's what that is. So if you're ever
So
wondering,
and
that's they can't help that. Like these
no,
these accounts
exactly.
just hover around
Yeah.
Twitter, and they just automatically like and engage with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you could be launching anything legit, and if you just use the hashtag NFT or maybe
Mm.
something NFT related, these will pop up and start liking. So that's that, right? So I should have known that.
Well, no,
But
no,
you
and and,
learn, you
and and
learn.
and this is a point of clarity, everyone. Like, that's not what claws are doing. They're not engaging these people. It's just when you use those hashtags, these bots. And this is thanks to Ben from Studio Mara. He let me know one time when I'd been posting. The second you do these hashtags, literally bots are configured to find that hashtag, and they now, I've noticed, they've gotten smart. They'll quote, retweet, promote with this, or just random stuff like that. So not claws doing it. It's just what the hashtags attract. Glad that the claws team actually took on the feedback and have been pushing out content and doing a whole ton of competitions. There's so much
Yeah, and
going
I
on.
think yeah, you can engage with them through their Discord, and I think there's a sale happening for them somewhere in May to just finalize that.
Mm. So, just as I um, sip on a drink, what have we got next? It's a Friday evening for me, everyone. So having a fun wrap up show. Um, Next up we have frames. Hey, we just mentioned this. So we've started to see a lot of this. I'm actually very excited about the Yeti Strong Club. I know Andrew is behind. He's over here as well. He's done a ton of stuff. Brilliant guy, all around just nice dude, but also extremely hardworking. And they've been working on this for a while. Like right now, they've ramped up promos, but I know that he and the artists and all that entire frame team have been working on this collection for a long time. So it's great to see that they've also signed up to the Craft Hour pre-sale partnership. And have we got a date yet? Oh, we need to get them on the show. God, I need to get everyone on the show.
Yeah, a group session.
Yeah, I haven't done that. Yes, that's a good idea. Good idea. Okay, back to the
Isn't
drawing
that
board.
what isn't that what Crafter's Corner does?
Totally, and that's why I haven't, in all honesty, bring the Crafters Corner has been doing those AMAs. They're fantastic, and a lot of information comes out there. So definitely, if you aren't, you should be. If NFTs are your jam, you should be listening,
Yes.
camping out to those Crafter Corner
Yeah.
session because Ben does a sensational job gathering everyone and.
But anyone who's here for the NFT talk would have already zoned out because we're doing a bad job
Oh,
at
bad,
explaining.
bad, bad.
Yeah, we're terrible. This is not a good look.
Oh God! Yes, look, this is the next evolution of the Craft Network. These partnerships for the DAO, and a lot of big names are signing up to it. That is what we're taking away from this. So let's keep moving on. Oh, David, have you watched it yet?
I have just sent out a retweet telling everyone to put your volume to 100. Can
Oh,
we play this?
well, I wanted to play it. You know what? You know what? I'm going to edit this into the episode. So after we're
Mm,
done with this, we're going to pause from me and David talking, and we're going to see a bit of a preview of 16-Bit Fight Club. And this video for 57 seconds will play. And if you haven't, you should watch the videos before it. Obviously, again, full disclosure, very much involved in this project, and so I know behind the scenes, and I cannot tell you how many hours of refining went into this video. Well, I was a month ago saying get it out, and yeah, that tells a picture. But one to watch, and now there's a Discord link, so definitely jump in there. You can find information like how the mint's going to work, the raffle system, how big the collection is going to be. Yeah, I'll just stop there. But lots of alpha in the Discord. You're in there,
does
aren't you?
the creator make the music?
No, he doesn't make the music. So he
He's
puts
like a
it.
selector.
Yes, selector, and then he'll like work very hard to compose and make sure it ties in, and it
It
has to have
does.
a certain tune. And yes, that's where the
Uh,
refining comes in. If you watch the video, every instance of the change of tunes and things that are happening, of something really speeds up, the song speeds up, like that level of
yeah.
time and refinement goes into it.
No, it's definitely combined with the visual. You want to give it a watch, but
Yeah,
hey, by the time you're listening to this, you may have already seen it.
yeah. Well,
It's good.
yeah, we're gonna now you're gonna watch it. So we'll stop here. 16-Bit Fight Club Discord open. Get in there, ask questions. The mint's actually happening. Oh, there's a date. I should know this. 2020 something. Oh, forgive me. But yes, very soon. Cool. Let's keep moving. Preview now.
Perfect.
Okay, next up, while we're NFTing, okay, Gangstabet Golden Keys tournament. David, have you been following? Are you up to date with everything Gangstabet?
I am up to date with the golden keys, knowing that these are the ones that you'll need
Mm-hmm.
to mint civilians. Remember when I was pimping out my one gangster bet a couple of episodes ago? What you
Yep.
need is two gangster bets and a golden key, I believe. This will allow you to mint a civilian in the gangster bet metaverse.
Yep.
So these keys kind of they hold, the key to a fresh mint. But how do you get them? They alluded to airdropping them amongst holders, but there's 5,555 gangster bets, and I think they mentioned there's only 2 to 3,000 keys. So there is a lot of keys, but not one for every gangster bet out there. So these activities that they're doing, obviously, they will bring engagement to the project, and it's a way for them to give the keys to the people, that want to engage and that will actually be good ambassadors for the project moving forward. So that's me being up to date.
Okay, good. Because yeah, it's more up to date than me, but not because I think there's just so much going on here. The golden keys, and I just went and found a few more things. I remember a while back they said later this week we'll announce a surprise. Everyone's going to be pumped, and they have announced it, I believe. But overall, at the moment, there is a comp. If you don't know what's going on, make sure you are in the Gangstabet Discord. Make sure you're in the Wonderland Discord. These two Discords, Studio Morai. But Wonderland and Gangstabet at the moment have a ton of competitions going on because Gangstabet obviously is getting prepped to finally launch their game, and Wonderland also is about to launch whatever they're doing there. And I'm going to have Wonderland on the show next week, so that's the next interview that drops, and they're coming to the show with some serious alpha. So small little plug for a show that hasn't been recorded, but it means that I have to get it done. But yeah, looking forward to getting that alpha out to everyone. But yes, that's Gangstabet.
Isn't Gangstabet taking this entire project in stride? I love them. They set out to mint baseball card type gangsters in this CPS funded project, accidentally doing such a good job selling out the entire project, racing through their roadmap targets straight to 100%. The floor price of these gangsters went from 80 ICX mint. Currently, I think you pay 1,000 ICX if you wanna get the cheapest one in the marketplace. And they've just gone like, well, okay, it sounds like we're building for the next 2-3 years, and now they're building this entire interoperable metaverse. They're sharing like screens. Like, this was never promised. This was never listed in the roadmap. I think the 100% roadmap target, I don't know, was it hoodies? Something. They've just morphed it. They're taking it in stride in a good way. Like, they're just picking it up and absolutely working towards something that is much bigger than they even promised. So I think, I don't know, they get a lot of goodwill from me for that. Like, I really like the way they've taken it, and just like what they're doing is we haven't seen this. Like, now you can buy Gangsta land with Ape token.
Yeah, that's the surprise, I believe. So yeah,
they're just pushing the borders of what's possible on Icon, or at least what we've been seeing on Icon, and they're doing it in such a good way. Like, they're true ambassadors for Icon, and pushing that interoperability. It's just like, I'm a massive fan. I won't be selling that gangsta of mine. I was joking around. Like, I'm gonna hold her. She's gonna find someone, and they're gonna mint a civilian together.
Are you still trying to match her up indirectly right now? Oh, that's great. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. This is like, so you can buy with Ape, you can buy with Jewel, you can buy with ETH, you can buy with Matic. So now multi-chain city. So these are ETH and Matic native tokens for two different chains. Jewel, if you didn't know, is part of DeFi Kingdoms on Harmony, which is considered a breakthrough smash hit game, NFT game. It's not NFT game, it's a play to earn game, but it's brilliantly incorporated your old school Final Fantasy 3-4 kind of graphics, and that theme, and indirectly in the background, everything you're doing, you're kind of participating in DeFi, which is pretty epic. So it looks like they've mastered the tech where you can use different chains tokens that are hot, and obviously they have some land sale coming up, which we've known about, that you'll be able to buy property and stuff like that. You can use all these different tokens, including Crown, right? Because Crown is the governance token, but that was, if you voted for their node, you got that. So you don't have to go and buy these other chain tokens, but you can see what's happening here. You can see, like, if someone of an ApeCoin holder all of a sudden gets news of this, they'll probably venture to go, well, what can I use my token on? And discover Gangstabet, and all of a sudden we've got new users from another ecosystem dabbling in our ecosystem. So yeah, well done to the team. They're kicking goals.
Very good.
shortest episode ever, right? Um,
How far in are we?
we're pretty much we're almost done. We're almost done. So the website. What do you know about this, David?
I know very little, I'm afraid, and that's a bad look.
No, no. Look, so it's Invictus, and they have. So this is Foundry Media Box. We've had them on the show very early on. This is the new project they're working on. It's pretty cool. It's gonna get CPS funded in the next round. So it didn't. It got approved, but due to the priority and not enough funding in CPS, I don't believe they got the funds. But that's not stopped him and the team. So they're looking to build. It's a bit of a tabletop gaming meets NFT digital. I'm literally reading the tagline, but it looks pretty cool, like spaceships that are NFTs, and you can do all kinds of stuff with it. So if you haven't, they've built a website and dropped it. So definitely something to explore if you want to learn more about it. And phase 1 launching. Oh, it's got a timer. Okay, 100 days.
Ooh, the pressure.
Well, I wonder how they think, what they think about floating, and if that's encouraged in general, floating on tabletops.
It better be.
It better be, damn right. Cool.
Hey, and Foundry has been along for a while, and he or she, it's he, it's
He.
yeah, posts quality content on Twitter, like if whether they're threads or just comments. Like I like reading them. We worked together on the community advertising fund where we were running like icon ads forever ago. So I don't have any doubt that this would be low quality, right? Like I feel like there's something brewing here. I just haven't had a chance to dive into it and just explore it because we say this so often. There is so much happening, right?
Yeah.
And it went for CPS funding. It got approved. It just got the rank below available funding. It got ranked below where the funding was. So it got ported into the next CPS round. So I believe it will get funding in time, possibly. And they're just continuing to build and, work on their vision. So that shows intent as well.
Yep.
There's a 100-day phase 1 launch timer on the website.
Or
so that
sooner,
kind of
or sooner.
Yeah, I was going to say that gives you a scope of what to expect and when, but you should get them on the show, Fez.
Look, yes, Brandon. Yeah, I'll get him on the show. Yeah, totally. Look, and this is what he's been an iconist from day dot. Very knowledgeable, and you know what? Like, so he was working on Bounty Cat, and yes, that project hasn't come to fruition, and he's actually been quite transparent about what the challenges were, what the hurdles were, and why it didn't come to fruition. So, and he's tweeted about it. So, and this is the type of person he is. He's quite transparent, honest, and upfront about whatever he's doing. So, back to the drawing board. Thought of this. This is, I believe, something he's thought of a while back and always wanted to make. So, let's get him on the show. Let him do the talking instead of me assuming. But yeah, good one.
Word.
Okay, next up. Oh, okay. So, are you across this one, David?
I am and I amn't. I know it's happening. I know there's been some big names coming into this. I'll let you introduce it. There's one problem. I don't play poker. And that kind of, rules you out of a event that is called the 2022 Craft Poker Tournament. Does it not?
Well, it depends. Now you've told everyone, so yeah, it rules you out. But you could have gone into it and bluffed your way. Yeah, so maybe keep a lid on that next time and just go in there like really.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But you're right, and I think I tweeted. I'm a big Family Guy fan, and in the original series, there's this clip of Peter playing blackjack, and he's like, hit me. He gets 21 and he's like, hit me. That's what I tweeted. That's me playing poker. I would be clueless. So we can see everyone's gotten together. I know. So what I do know is, again, credit to Studio Mirai. The Ben in the background, he held a poker tournament. Now, in the Studio Mirai Discord, it was a huge success. Now, I did not realize this, but he commentated the whole way through, and I tuned in for like 30 seconds, and it was like every hand what was being done, he was commentating, and then when there was this quiet and people were waiting, he was constantly commentating as if building the pressure in the room. It was amazing, sensational job he's doing. So that was a success. Looks like a lot of the NFT community has gotten together. Big ones: Wonderland, Frame, Gangstabet, Project Nebula, Claws, Pixels, Peel Guys, and Rage Pups. My God, who's missing? And they're hosting a tournament, 128 seats available. And if you haven't already, make sure you go and read up on it. You can qualify. You have to be part of the Discords. How to participate, there you go. And, the prizes, they're going to be... The final 8 are going to win prizes, and the prizes are a bunch of NFT packets, from the different sponsors. So you're going to win some cool stuff. And with big names like Wonderland, Gangstabet, all of them are big names. My God, yeah,
It's unbelievable.
yeah.
There's so much to do. You don't have to leave your house anymore. You can log in and you can just browse around different discords, play mini games, earn money, spend. It's so much that you don't have to go outside. You can
Exactly. Yeah, friends at the poker table. NFTs, you win it if you play. And
I have 0 real life friends. It's all happening right here. Next week it's Wonder Week. I think that's our next and last item, which ties into this. It's in the Wonderland Discord, and you're going to be able to play mini games, do events, and I think be eligible to join this craft poker tournament as well. The week after that is going to be the Mirai Madness Week.
Mhm.
It's going to be possibly similar, but it's going to be in the Studio Mirai Discord. These are the good people of Tamashi.
Yeah.
And as you scroll, the weeks tick by before you know it. It's the end of the year. And the poker tournament itself, I believe, is going to be in May. Is that correct?
Yes. It says mini poker tournament. Wait, which is the? No, it's gonna go. Yes.
6th of May. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's it. That's it, David. That's the news.
That's the news.
That's
Lovely.
The news. Yeah. Okay. So
Is this the part where you play the tune, the 16-bit Fight Club tune?
no, that's already happened. So everyone's already listened to it after we did the big 16-bit Fight Club spiel.
It's good, isn't it, everyone? It's so good.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
So as always, not financial advice. Rage Pups, your decision. I'm not holding, you telling you need to do it and you're going to make money from it. So please do your own research. We're just a couple of guys sharing about an ecosystem we love and are very passionate about. So, and on that note, we want to close this off with, yes, very important. Like, subscribe, share. But a huge shout out to Paul, who is, if you didn't know, he's been on the show, the dev for Blobble. Now, just out of the blue, he created a meme coin, iDoge, and started shooting it out. I don't think he expected it to go that crazy. And he's donated a ton of it to Iron Icon. And I'm seeing a lot of, and he's actually indirectly, retweet Iron Icon YouTube, and the subscribers have been climbing since that. I think we got like 20 subscribers, 9 subscribers since that. So huge shout out and thank you for him for doing that. He didn't, just did it out of his own goodwill. And also I want to remind everyone, meme coins are fun. But they are just that. They are meme coins, okay? Do not expect it to be buying your Lambos or anything like that. It is just a bit of fun to have and throw around. Someone has already started a liquidity pool and you can go and trade it. If you do, each to their own. But again, you're doing it for fun, okay? You're not doing it for don't think it's going to make you money or anything like that. Please do not put in money that you cannot afford to lose. Like that's in
I
general.
think
Yeah.
what Paul has showed with this funny 420 Blaze little event is that anyone can go out on the blockchain and create a token. And you can tell the world that it is the best token ever. You can say that you're providing utility for it, and that it will be, have loads of use cases in the future. No one knows. But what we take from this is anyone can go
Yep.
and create a token. I could go and create the Ion Icon token tomorrow, and I could program that to have a 10 trillion supply,
Well,
and I could start sending it to everybody's wallets. That does not give it value. That
no.
doesn't, And
Yep.
I think that's the whole meme thing. And then
Yeah.
at some point, it might start gathering value because there's a community starting to build around it. But that's talk about a black swan event. That just doesn't happen. Like most people buying in want to sell for higher. And trust me, I Doge on Icon. I don't know. I'm gonna call it. It's going nowhere, but laughs. He's
Yep.
looking for a logo. I submitted mine. It had Ali G in it and a bit of a Doge in the background. But it got shot down. It wasn't
Oh,
professional enough.
come on. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So it's having a laugh and sending it around. Like, got to find the wallet that I posted that has it in there, so I can start shooting it around to people for fun. Like the numbers are fun. He's shooting 420, he's shooting out 69. It's one big joke. So I think that's the number one take from it all.
So there's another one as well. So I think it's just coincidence. Another meme coin launched by Paul, who's been around in the Icon community as well.
Price Summoning Circle Paul.
Yes. Oh God.
And he had done this one months ago, I
Oh,
believe.
is
Like
it okay?
yeah, and I think so. We've got two Pauls making dog coins, tokens, and one was actually launched 2 months ago. But now, Blobble World Paul came out and called his token the first dog meme token that's going to reach $420. Which sounds like a competition, and I
God,
don't.
the meme wars have started on Icon. Yes.
Indeed. So now there's possibly these two dog tokens that are going to battle it out in the next couple of months. I don't know. It's all about what time and energy people want to put into it.
Yeah.
What do you do for a laugh? And I think it's hilarious. So
Yeah.
I've already allocated my time and energy to making a token logo, but it wasn't good enough. And you know what? I agree. Got to work harder for it.
Yep. Next time, maybe put my face in there. Come on, man. No, look, and on that note, so both of them have been extremely generous and are donating some of the meme coins to Iron Icon. Now, I will do our best to get it out there in different ways, but yeah, just thank you. Remember, they're meme coins. They're just for a bit of fun. It's good to have this kind. Look, honestly, like he had a great impact. Everyone got into it. People posting their dresses, and yeah, even I'm supportive, very much behind it. But I just am saying, like, I'm behind it because it's fun. Okay, that's it. I'm not behind it because I think it's going to make me millions. But for the fun factor, just loving it. And hell, I am so tempted to. There is a small liquidity pool. Someone's put, I think, 50,000 iDoge and 2 BNUSD. I feel like I want to add a lot more liquidity there just for fun, since Paul has donated a ton of iDoge to Iron Icon, and just slap a bit of BNUSD in there for, yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, you know what happens if you provide liquidity in that pool? People are going to be selling. I don't think people are going to be buying. So what's going to happen is your liquidity pair is going to shift. So you're going to put in maybe 1 BNUSD and 50,000 iDoge, and then your bag is your BNUSD is going to come all the way back to one
You know
to
what?
one half.
You know what I should do? Like, no, you know what, David? We should just pair the two meme coins together. Yes, that's brilliant. That's how the wars kick off. Okay, done.
Indeed.
Done. I'm gonna get in contact. I need to get the second meme coin, and I'm gonna create a pool. This is brilliant. Okay. there we go, David. Look, shortest episode ever turned into exactly the right time. So back to it. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, David, for jumping on again last minute and
My pleasure.
smashing out a show. It's been entertaining. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Perfect.